Hey, welcome to Cheapo Recording Studio. I want to take a few minutes and tell you about why I'm starting this channel and my goals as we move forward. Back in the old days of the music business, the record companies controlled everything. They chose the artists, they chose the studios, they chose the engineers. They told the artists what to record, how to record it. They hired the producers, they did the marketing, they did everything. And then about 20 years ago, everything started to change. The internet became popular, and artists realized that they didn't need the record companies anymore. They could record their music the way they wanted to. They could release it on the internet. They could sell their CDs and their music. They could tour. And the record companies got really nervous. They saw their control being taken away, and they didn't know what to do about it. So they started releasing misinformation to keep people out of the business, to stop artists from recording and releasing their own music. They still wanted to be the control. They were control freaks. They were the gatekeepers. And as we moved along and YouTube and other things became popular, it's almost like they influenced those people to keep that gate up. Because once you made it in the business, you didn't want anyone else to make it. It's a tough business. And a lot of people wanted to get into it, and now the gates were open. So it seems that as things grew online, misinformation became key. And you see it today. You see YouTube channels that talk about techniques of recording that are just ridiculous. There's channels that will tell you the basic minimum equipment that you need to get started. And if you add that equipment up, I did one just recently. It was $20,000 in equipment that was the bare minimum that you needed to get started. And I don't know about you, but I don't have $20,000 in my back pocket that I can pull out to buy equipment to get started. Now, yes, I have more than that now, but I've been doing this for 40 years. But you don't need that to get started. Techniques, there's some absolutely ridiculous stuff out there. And it seems that one YouTuber learned it from another YouTuber and made a video about it. And then another YouTuber learned it from them and made a video about it. And a lot of it is just plain wrong. There is no one magical technique that works every time in every situation. So then you've got what I call the long form commercials. And these are just all over. And they're disguised as product reviews. And I love the disclaimers that always come with them. It's, well, XYZ company sent me this piece of equipment, but they're not paying me and they have no control over what I say. But let's face it, they are paying these guys. They're sending them free equipment. And if these people do bad reviews, what happens? They get blackballed. Not just by that manufacturer, but all the manufacturers. Now, I understand manufacturers need commercials to sell their product. They want to show it to you. But let's be honest, most of that equipment you really don't need when you're just starting out. Now, as you go along and you start making some money, yeah, there's some great stuff out there. But you can get started on a shoestring. You can get started really super cheap, and that's what this channel is all about. Are we going to buy some more expensive equipment? Yeah, probably down the road. but you don't need it to get started. You don't need high dollar preamps. You don't need high dollar compressors. You don't need vintage equipment. I'm a big believer in buying used when you can. There's a lot of great stuff that was used back in the 90s and 2000s. Still works great. It just isn't quite as good as what we have today, or quite as popular. So that's what this channel is all about, is to help you guys get started in your bedroom studio and start making music. That's what it's all about. Because honestly, it's going to take you a year or two to learn how to use your equipment, learn how to write music before you can, to really get started. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes trial and error. Different techniques, yeah, there's lots of them. I've used ones that I've discovered over the years and just playing around, and that's what you need to do. You need to try different miking techniques. You need to try different microphones. You need to learn how to use the EQ and how to fit your music into the space. You need to learn how to mix so that it sounds good. But remember, we're streaming on the internet nowadays. People consume music on their cell phones with horrible earbuds. Top quality music isn't really consumed that much anymore. You don't need that to get started. That's what you do after you start making money. You buy better equipment. So, in a nutshell, I'm going to show you how to get started on the cheap. I'm going to show you how the equipment works and get you started using the equipment. I'm not going to be like a lot of YouTubers. I'm not going to create courses and expect you to buy them. That aggravates me too. I've never bought any of those courses. I don't know what's in them. Some may be good, some may be bad. But how do I know before I buy? I bought a book from a YouTuber. Was supposed to be really great. I was rather disappointed in it for what I paid. It kind of skipped all over the place and didn't make a lot of sense to me. So all my training is going to be on the channel, freely available to everybody. And I'm hoping we can start a community so that we can all get together and critique each other's music and techniques and try different things and see what works and help you create your sound, not the sound of somebody else. That's one of the big mistakes today. I hear over and over, find a song that's similar to what you want to do and then kind of copy it. No, that's not how music moves forward. Be the rebel. Be the renegade. Create something new and different and push music forward. Have a great day. Click the like and subscribe buttons down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.